Shall we begin? Let's get started.
Hey, Mom, can I have $20?
I gave you $20 yesterday. Futures Academy in Victoria is a different kind of school. We use the individually designed educational achievement plan to build a program for your child based on their needs, strengths, and struggles. If your child has had trouble in public school, perhaps developed anxiety or fallen behind in grade levels and achievement, give us a call. Our number is 361-433-0322. You can also check us out on the web at futuresacademyvic.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Hello.
Hello, what are you doing?
I am not doing much of anything this morning. What are you doing? And it's 2 days before Christmas.
Oh, it is 2 days before Christmas. So you and I have already seen, okay, we're recording this a few days early, but it comes out,
I wasn't going to give it away.
it's hard. It's hard the way that we talk. It's just hard to
I know.
hide that we record a few days early, but we do. We're trying to get it out of the way so that we can enjoy the time with our family, but we want y'all to still have some episodes to listen to.
Yeah.
So it's 2 days before Christmas, and we've already seen our family. So I'm excited to do this episode. We're going to talk about kind of Christmas on a budget and parenting hacks, kind of a mix of those. And I'm excited about this because my daughter will be 2.5 a few days after Christmas, and this is the first time like Santa's coming for her. So I'm excited for this one. But before we get into that, let's hear a little bit about Futures Academy, Mom.
I can tell you a little bit about Futures Academy. We are actually going to be closed for Christmas. We take quite a break there, but we do have a couple of weeks of concentration on Christmas before the break. Sometimes we focus on Christmas literature, or we read mystery stories about Christmas, and of course, we share the true Christmas story. So that's something we do as a faith-based school. But I know many of you will be thinking about after Christmas if you're listening to this ad or listening to my message. It's not really an ad. But you'll be thinking about what you're going to do for your child this semester, and maybe you've had enough of what's going on in public school. Maybe another private school is not quite meeting your child's needs. Maybe you're just looking for a transition, that it's time for something different. You need a little quieter, safer environment. Futures Academy is definitely the way to go. We serve grades 5 through 12. Come on in, give us a call, and come see our campus and meet some of our teachers and see students at work. We'd love to show you around. And, when you get in the door, you'll see what makes us different. Our phone number
Sure.
is 361-433-0322. You can also find us at futuresacademyvic.com on the web, and you can find us at Futures Academy Victoria on Facebook.
Love it. Along with that, we also have the Brace for Impact Expo coming up March 1st, 2025. You can find all the information for that at bfivictoria.com. That's BFI, like Brace for Impact, Victoria.com. You can find all your answers to questions there, forms for being a vendor. Everything is there. So don't forget to follow that page on Facebook. It's called Brace for Impact. Anything else?
And follow us on Can I Have $20 on Spotify and podcast. Apple Podcast. I left a whole word out there. Where you can find us at $20 pod in most places, or Can I Have $20?
All right, let's get into our episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, this is kind of the first year I'm doing Christmas with my kid. I mean, she was at 6 months her first Christmas and a year and a half last year, so she was kind of very much still a baby. I mean, she was playing with toys last year, but she was more interested in the paper still than the gift, you know?
Right. The box was much more interesting than whatever came in it.
Yeah. This year, I did kind of go a little bit overboard.
We, I don't know if I should say this because I'm not sure we do it this way, but I have seen some purchases on Amazon that appeared to go to your house. And I thought, my God, are you really buying all this? That child has her own apartment, fully stocked, renovated, got all the furniture in it.
You have not even seen what my sister in law has got her. It's
Oh my goodness.
I'm actually like, all right, this baby is ridiculous at this point.
This is really
And
enough.
at this point, I can't afford another child. So, which is good because I think you've kind of got some good parenting hacks because you've done it for 20 plus years with three kids on different kinds of budgets.
That's true. There's been good years and bad years and years where we've had to make do and we've had years where we could afford to buy for other people and so we've seen the full gamut.
Hmm. And I think a lot of people are, it's been a tough year for a lot of people, and the holidays kind of make that harder. So, I want to talk about some hacks and shopping on a budget and things like that.
Okay. So what kind of hacks? Like what kind of did you have some in mind or did you have questions
Well,
for me to hack for?
I do have questions for you to hack. First of all, stockings are expensive to do. Like, why is everything so
Yes.
expensive when they're small?
I know because even those little small things are $5 a pop and you need to put like 9 of them in there.
Yes.
So some things that my parents did were there was always fruit in the bottom. There was always a couple of apples and oranges and nuts and things in the bottom. And then the stuff on the top was other gifts, but you had really stacked half the stocking with something else.
Yeah.
I
Which is
don't think
funny.
people do the fruit and stuff much anymore.
Maybe not, but our stockings at grandmother, which we don't really do anymore because there's too many of us. But when we were kids, there was only, three, four grandkids. And we did stockings at grandmother's. There was always candy.
Yes. So she was always good about putting in like some kind of gift card,
Hmm.
even if it was just $5 to Whataburger or whatever. She would do a gift card. She would do candy that she bought one bag and spread out for everybody.
Hmm.
Maybe even homemade something. There may be fudge or Keely always got the Chex Mix and stuff that may be in there.
Okay, and she starts
Um,
to fight people over that now.
man, she's gotten ugly.
We'll have to get her on an episode this weekend.
No, we need her to explain herself about this Chex Mix addiction she's got.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, there's always and then there's some fun stuff that really interests you. Like you and I are getting office supplies. We'll get a fancy pen in there, and then there's something silly. Like I can't even think of anything. A goofy ring or a silly little McDonald's toy or something that she's putting in the adults things.
Just for us to be silly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I did that too, and I kind of it's okay. I can tell you now because they will have already gotten them by the time they get this. But I got at Hobby Lobby these two slingshots that have little cotton ball things in them, but they're designed to shoot big marshmallows.
Ooh.
And so I was gonna get them for like Lucy and Dea or Lucy and Lane. I haven't decided who to give them to yet. But
Yeah.
that's the kind of fun stuff that I remember.
Which I was gonna say, I remember that's what y'all. The one thing that you would put in like our stockings and dads was, little Nerf guns or whatever, little slingshots. I actually got these little guns that have little discs that you like stack up like
Uh huh.
and so you shoot it and it drops one and shoots the little disc. Anyways, I got a
Right.
set of two of those for River and Cade.
Well, you should after y'all have fun with that and you take video, you should definitely send it to grandma because that is 100% her. My mother would have never gotten us gifts like that.
Oh yeah, she didn't want the mess and getting shot in the face with that thing.
The noise and something get broken and heck
Hmm.
no. Laura was going to come out and shoot you before you even realized what present you had in your hand.
Yeah, yeah,
She was
exactly.
ruthless.
She's so sweet and quiet. She's fooling everybody.
Oh yeah, that's she is not very demure and quiet. Not when it comes to competition against the kids.
Oh no. And there was that year that I had brought a boyfriend to Christmas or Thanksgiving maybe. and we played Monopoly. And when she realized that he was kicking the kid's butt, she sat down with him and was like, "Oh no, not in my house.
You're not. She was
I'm the
there to
winner
defend
here."
the kids.
She said, "I'm the winner here." But yes, just the silly ones too. But I also remember you doing like ponytail holders, a new hairbrush, things like that too.
I did, and some of those things were like things that you need, but you don't just really think to buy all the time. But it was new to you,
Hmm.
and you go, "Great, I needed that," or "Oh, I wanted the purple ones, and now I got you the purple ones," or
Yeah, yeah, I did
uh,
put some hair bows in Rivers.
right,
Uh, and of course, some just fun stuff too. I got, she loves the stamps at your office. So I
yes,
got I got her a set of those, a sticker pad.
yes.
I think she might be a little crafty.
Probably, man. She's been wanting to hold a pen since she figured out she could get it in her hand.
Man, those expo markers changed her life that day.
Oh, I know.
Man, I have a picture of her like 8 months old holding an expo marker sitting on a table
We
at
also
Futures
have one with
Academy
her
in
covered
Victoria,
in
Texas.
blue.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so not all of those things are expensive. I mean, even the fun stuff like a little Nerf gun or whatever, you can find at Dollar Tree.
So I had actually planned to do family stockings this year. I posted a thing on Facebook and said, "Hey, if you use anything other than stockings, what do you use?" Because mom, let's see, I guess Jason and I were in high school when mom had these little teddy bears with a pouch. She still used them with y'all when you were little. But my
I
mom
wonder
has
where they are
also
now.
used like tin tubs. She's used wicker baskets. Um, I can't even think of what else. I used boots, real boots that we bought and spray painted and
I
decorated like the
remember
tree.
you Yeah, I remember you doing that project that year, and I want to know when you started that because you made all the ornaments that year.
Yep.
And we used those for a couple years.
Two times a year, I get really creative and want to make all sorts of stuff. And one of them is in early spring, which makes sense. I start wanting to create, the world's coming alive, and new things are being born. That one's legit. I don't know what happens in the fall. And before Christmas, I start wanting to make all these things that I guess I see on videos and whatever, but I don't have the time or inclination to do it like I do in the spring.
See, and that's where grandmother comes in because now she's retired and she does the same thing. She sees
Oh,
a video and
she'll
goes,
start in
"Oh, I can make
January.
that." I know, but she'll see a video and go, "Oh, I can make that."
Yeah, and she can.
Yeah.
I, I don't know why mom doesn't sell her stuff. The things that she does are seriously Pinterest post quality. I mean,
Oh,
really,
yeah.
they're so good.
She handmade me a Christmas card and sent it to us.
Was it last year? Yeah, me too. Was it last year that she made the nutcracker that was like 6 feet tall?
Oh, yes.
Perfect. Looked like it came out of a department store.
Yes, and honestly, she's been making the cards by herself for years.
Ever. Yeah.
I probably have a graduation card from high school that was that like that.
Yeah. She's
Okay,
the
so that's
best.
a good little hack is making things yourself.
Yeah, doing them yourself is certainly a good financial hack. And that's really best probably if you already do some kind of craft. Otherwise, you're going to wind up making a new investment that's as big as if you were just buying.
Yeah, yeah,
However, it's personal. And if you do have a craft or a thing you do, then personal gifts are the way to go. I've given many blankets and scarves and things because I always crocheted. I paint, so I have given paintings as gifts.
yeah, yeah. That's true. Hmm. Well, I don't have enough time to do all that, but
Right. What about the time factor? Like, how long are, and I know none of us are cooking for Christmas, I guess. What are you doing for Christmas?
I actually think on Christmas Day, um, I can't remember what Dakota and I talked about the other day, but I can't remember if he's coming to my house or not on Christmas Day.
Okay, cool. So he's going to be out of town. I didn't know if they were going to come to Victoria or not. And Um, I don't know what Sheridan's. I should probably get on this. I might
I
need to
know.
buy ham.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's another one. Plan in advance. That's a hack.
Yeah, like grandmother's starting in January. And we say that, but she really does. I mean, she starts all her crafting things
Oh,
for
absolutely.
Christmas gifts, you know, in January. And honestly, she kind of did all her shopping like that when she shopped for Christmas gifts most of the time,
Well,
years
I was
back.
also going to say she really starts December 26th because she's immediately on the after Christmas sales so that
Yeah.
she can start planning these things for next year.
Hmm. Which is crazy because I'm like, I literally don't know who my child will be in a year.
No, but you know a lot of generic things that kids that age like, and for your kid, you can add 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah. I've actually seen that a lot lately in mom groups is what are y'all getting your X age girl or X age boy, whatever.
Right.
And honestly, maybe it's easier for me because my daughter was a half age at Christmas. She was born in June, so she's, 6
Yeah.
months, a year and a half, 2.5. So it's easy because I go, okay, well, what is she going to play with at 3 over the
Right.
summer? What is she going to play with? And so, and I've told other moms on those groups too, it's okay if they're not interested on with it on Christmas Day because 6 months from now they will be on it. They will be
Yeah.
playing with that toy or whatever.
As opposed to buying something a little that's appropriate up to their age, and in a month they're done with it.
Hmm.
You get a
Hmm.
lot more time out of what you're spending on that toy.
Yeah, which I also remember, aunts and grandma would get us clothes and stuff for Christmas too, and those were always a little bit big. Or,
Mm-hmm.
the same thing. Aunt Tara is a bargain shopper, and that's where I get it from too.
Right.
Um, and so in the winter and fall, she buys a size up for spring clothes next year.
I have a gift buying tip too. If you don't know the person that you're buying for, go with what you know. Because
Okay.
that was so you loved getting clothes. Man, that was the greatest thing in the world for you. You got new clothes and you're going to try them on and you're going to do a fashion show. And Sheridan was like, oh, clothes.
Yeah.
Unless it was something she really wanted, like new boots or whatever. But, go with what you know. I tend to be about homey things and warmth and things that make you feel good. And that's the kind of gifts I gravitate toward. Even
Hmm.
if it's the really comfy, neck pillow that my traveler friend has been needing or something like that. That's not
Yeah.
all candles and stuff.
Yeah. I like that. That's a good tip.
It's also okay to
Um,
duplicate gifts. I mean,
Okay.
I and my sister-in-law have always gotten some duplicate gifts. She gets towels for her bathroom. I get towels for my bathroom.
They're different colors or whatever.
Hmm. We both
And
get the custom. Go ahead.
grandmother was very good about that.
Yeah, but it also reduces the time she's shopping. She doesn't have to buy 5 gifts for Stephanie, 5 gifts for me, 5 gifts for you. Five. We can all five get this one gift.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I do like that. And same thing, Sheridan and I always got matching stuff. We both would get a makeup kit with her different colors or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I like that too. Well, but I only have one child, so that doesn't really apply for me, I guess. But
Right.
and Sheridan, her kid's gonna have an age gap. They're what, 6 years apart?
Yeah, 6 and 11. I don't know when day his birthday is.
I feel like I do, and I can't remember. I think she has a summer birthday.
You may be right, but yeah, several years apart. So yeah, you can't duplicate their gift, but I duplicated gifts between my two grandchildren that are Lucy's age.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
bought two of those because now I don't have to buy a separate boy gift and a girl gift. They can both play with this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, those are good ones. Okay, so what about years when money was tight?
Years when money was tight, you do some of the obvious things like you shop at the lower quality stores. For one, you're shopping at Dollar General, not Dillard's,
Hmm.
for things like that. I believe for close family, now I wouldn't do this for a coworker necessarily, but for close family and things like that, I don't mind secondhand gifts. So, and I'll
Hmm.
tell you that's what it was. I found this absolutely gorgeous vase at a thrift shop and it looked just like you, and I bought it. So it's used, but it was very specially chosen, and
Which
hope that
I think
that's
that's,
appreciated just as much.
I think it is. I think that's even more special, which I think thrifting is kind of like trendy now. I mean, I've always been a
Right.
thrifter. I've always loved to find a good deal and things like that. Uh, and also, I think it's cool to like get something and know that it has a history that you don't even know. You know, like
Right.
this thing has lived a life before you. You know, I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Uh, and so I think that's more normalized than it used to be because it's trendy, I guess.
Right. And for many a way of life as well. So we're not diminishing that in any way. But if
Oh,
you can
absolutely
be,
not.
it's also eco responsible because now
Hmm.
that garment or that toy or that gift is not going in the trash. And it can even be, think outside the box, furniture or whatever. If you find a
Hmm.
really awesome, barely used game chair for $40, put it in the truck. That thing needs to go
Hmm.
home with you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But okay, so you said, lower quality stores or even thrifting things.
Right. Yeah, Five
Uh,
Below and stuff like that. A wealth of stocking stuffers.
oh, yeah, for sure. I actually need to go there today because those kind of stores are great for when you have like a secret Santa gift at work that's $20.
Yes. And you've got a
That,
low limit, but don't want to buy just crap.
yeah, yeah.
If all else fails, buy a gag gift.
Don't tell my husband that.
I forgot
He
what he
can't.
got your mom, and we are not even going to mention it, but it was very, well, it's going to surprise people when she opens it.
Yeah, see, he can't. He takes a good thing too far. He is.
So maybe a better example is the year that my mom got your dad the giant underwear. They're seriously like 3.5 feet across. And how do you even respond when you open that? It's just hilarious.
And I remember that. We have pictures of it. And I think we passed him around the room laughing for hours.
Oh yeah,
That was good times. And, it's funny because that's when Christmas was like when y'all were the adults, like still the kids, but
not the
you
old
know,
generation. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, man, that's been a change too, and I kind of don't know how to navigate it because my mom was able to buy for all the family. I'm not,
Yeah.
and so who am I obligated to buy for? I want to buy for my kids, and but I can't buy for them and their partners, so I want to do a partner gift, and you know, um, Bubba says buy for the little ones, and I agree with that. But he said in his family, once you got to be like 14, you didn't get gifts anymore. And I remember saying that once you were old enough to participate in the adult exchange game, you weren't getting gifts anymore.
See, but I've been an adult participating in that game for a long time, and grandmother still gets me a gift or two at Christmas. But I also am to the point where I have a child now, so I literally don't care. And now that I have a child, I assume she's the only one getting anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's kind of our family's thing. Which this year, we have Cade's extended family. He has cousins and an aunt coming into town for Christmas with us. And so we just drew names so everybody gets one gift. And of
See, and
course
I think
River
that's a
is
good idea too. My family is almost not quite big enough for that because it's just my brother and me and our partners. So, what? I get his wife and he gets my partner, and that's the end of it?
well, that's
Or
what I
do we
mean.
include
Now,
y'all? Do we include
yeah,
you and Kate, everybody? So maybe we do have enough adults to do that.
I think that's what we should do for yeah, because our we have enough adults. I mean, Mom, I'm almost 30. All your children will be married in the next year or two, probably. Like, the next few years, all of your kids are grown.
Okay, I'm hanging up now. I was
I know
supposed to
it's
be in
so
Tahiti already.
it's so weird. I went to my brother's apartment yesterday, his apartment in Austin, where he is off on the weekend because he works Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at his adult job with his bachelor's degree. And even
Yeah,
I tried to buy his lunch, and he was like, "No, it's okay. I'm getting something for Emily too." And I'm like, "Who are you? You're not 17 anymore."
I know. He comes to town and offers to take me to lunch, and I'm like, oh, I remember doing that to my mom.
No.
Of course, mom usually took me to lunch, but no, he really pays.
Yeah, he's such a grown up now.
I know. It's so weird. It's crazy.
And Keely's a teacher, so I think we have enough adults
I know,
to do
right?
something a
There's
little
another.
different.
Wow, that's an adult that's doing the same job as me. That's a real adult.
Oh, I would not say that you and Keely are peers quite yet, but
I
don't give her too much credit. Come on, you want her to be the favorite in the family, don't you?
just want 1 minute of being the favorite all my own.
I don't know. She keeps saying she's going to beat you to a master's degree, so
I know. I know. I don't talk about it.
you don't need a master's degree.
We can talk about that on our next episode where we're talking about the bingo cards for 2025.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I've got some good ones.
All right. I looked into some of those too.
All
So
right.
hold on. Let
Well,
me tell you one other problem that I never quite had down, and maybe you do this better than I do. But I can't seem to keep track of who I've bought what for because I don't write it down immediately and I don't organize it from the very beginning. And I know that's the solution, but I just can't seem to make that happen.
okay, here's the thing. I don't make a list, and it's because I am online and I get when I'm ready to shop. I did a lot of my online shopping. Um, but I did, I would get on and go, okay, I'm shopping for Rivers, so gifts for a 3-year-old girl. And so I find toys, I make a cart, order. So it all comes in one order. And then I did the same thing for Cade. I went, okay, what am I ordering for him? What do I like for him? What are some ideas? Order, ship, so it all comes in one thing. And so now in my spare room where you're gonna wrap the gifts, everybody has a pile. And
Whoa,
I
where
kind of
what?
left like, huh?
Where what?
Where you're in my spare room where you're gonna wrap all my gifts.
Uh huh. Okay.
Everybody has a pile, and I've left like one gift out on top so I can see whose is whose.
Right. To know who that, you could have just written on the box.
Well, then I gotta find a Sharpie, and then I gotta risk the chance that that Sharpie may not get put up. No,
Noted. Different priorities.
visuals, mom, visuals.
Oh, gosh.
And we are surviving, not thriving over here.
You know what? Sometimes it's really hard to tell those two apart. I have also learned to greatly minimize. Like I was saying, this year I wanted to do like family buckets where there's maybe a couple gift for the two of you and then all the kids' stuff in the bucket and stuff like that. But I hadn't bought a bucket. I don't have gifts for the adults. I don't know what I'm going to do yet.
Okay, well, if you do that, make sure that bucket is a laundry basket. They can go home with us.
Oh, good idea. Well, I was actually thinking a toy bucket, but yeah, a laundry basket would work too.
There you go.
All right. Noted.
Do you have any tips for things like wrapping gifts? Because I'm finding it hard to one find time when I can do that, but that's my personal issue. That's why you're going to do it. But um, lucky for me, there's already a room in my house where River doesn't go, where all the pet things are, the food and water and things like that.
Right.
But what if you kind of have a small house and you don't have anywhere to hide all your stuff
You have to pawn your kids off on somebody.
to get everything wrapped?
Yeah, or, um, well, they get to a certain age where you just tell them, hey, I'm wrapping presents and you can't be in here right now.
Yeah, well, River's not quite there yet. She's going, presents, presents,
No,
presents.
you take a day to say, hey, I really need to get some present wrapping done. Would you take the kids to McDonald's or whatever? And that's what I would do. Grandma or dad or whatever would take y'all to McDonald's, play place, goof off 2 or 3 hours. When you got back, the presents were wrapped.
Yeah.
But you have to be prepared. Like, you can't be getting presents out going, huh, what can I wrap? Do I have wrapping paper? No, get all your crap out and ready to go before they walk out the door.
Okay, but what about things like Santa gifts? Because where the heck did y'all put that trampoline that year?
Ugh, let me tell you what. We nearly got divorced over that. Um, it was in a box that, because we were at mom and dad's that Christmas,
Uh huh.
right?
We lived in White Oak.
Did we do that? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm picturing outside the wrong garage. Okay, so it would have been, he would have kept it in his truck, underneath his toolbox or something, or in a closet, whatever, someplace that y'all didn't go. Kept it in the box. We put that thing together Christmas Eve at like 11 o'clock in the spitting snow, 31 degrees, trying to pull long, cold metal springs to stretch the mat
Yeah.
part, hoping it wasn't going to crack. Oh my gosh. I thought we were never going to get it done. And we were so completely frozen. And I was like, are they going to be able to jump on this in the morning? Are they going to jump once and it's just going to crack because it's frozen?
You know what's so funny? I'm so sorry to tell you this. I don't remember like the the waking up and seeing it or anything like that. I remember like having good memories on the trampoline. It was definitely one of our favorite. I think all of us would say that was one of our favorite Christmases. Um, so like I have good memories from the trampoline, but Christmas morning, no recollection.
You know, I don't either.
All that work, and I don't
And
even remember.
I know dad would have been chomping at the bit. Come on, kids, like, don't even have your stuff inside open. Come on, go outside, get your shoes on. Come on, gotta get outside. You got another one outside. He was so excited. Dad loved doing the huge gifts. He loved that.
Yeah. Well, okay. So the reason I asked that is that, like I said, there were other things that I'm like, where did y'all even put those? You know, things like bicycles that Santa brought.
Sometimes they would be like at mom's. And so,
Okay.
when we came home after mom's Christmas on Christmas Eve, they came home. We just snuck those into the trunk too, and you didn't see them. And y'all
Yeah.
had to get in bed real quick because Santa Claus was coming tomorrow. And so we were going to unload the car while y'all got ready for bed. And so you still never saw them. They were in the garage. And yeah.
Dang. Okay, because you saw one of the things I got River was like a cheaper, smaller version of like a nugget couch that's like that
Yeah.
she can climb and build stuff. Well, I read on the box a couple days ago. I was like, good thing I just read this. It needs to come out of the box like 36 hours before it's like play with. It can be played
Right.
with. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, good thing I read that and didn't take it out on Christmas Eve hours before she's going to play on it.
Yeah. And it wouldn't
But
be ready
now,
for her.
yeah, but now I'm like, okay, well, now I have to let it expand and keep her out of the garage for days before Christmas. Oh my gosh, it's just going to be a pain.
Well, it's only a day and a half. What about your back porch? Is it visible from a window or something that she can access?
Uh, well, it's not covered or anything. Like it can't sit out there, but it's just going to have to stay in the garage and just, yeah, she's, we're
You
going to
can
have to go out
also
the
throw
front
a
door a lot.
blanket over it.
Oh, yeah, that's smart. That's smart.
I
She's
mean, it's
smart,
kind
but
of
she
out of
won't figure
sight, out
that
of
out.
mind. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
don't use
Okay,
one
so
of
there's
her blankets because then she'll be like, oh, that's my blanket. Let me go get that.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so those are some good tips and hacks.
Yeah. Some others are if you get the opportunity to go shopping by yourself, come home and wrap the presents immediately so they're already wrapped when the rest of the family gets home.
Yeah.
So
When I get to do what?
when never mind.
Well, I actually might try to do that today. That sounds like fun. But
I think you definitely should.
I think some other good tips for shopping for the holidays and things like that is be kind to others, be kind to cashiers and just other people in public. I remember a couple good memories Christmas shopping with grandma. And I was just telling Kate about this the other day. Whatever it's jingle horse, pick up your feet.
Yeah.
And Grandma and I got so tickled one year about what the heck is a jingle horse.
Yeah.
And we were so tickled. I think that same year, or maybe the next year, we were driving in Tyler, and I was in the back seat, and Grandma was driving, and Aunt Tara was in the front seat. And I remember somebody cut us off, flipped us off, or whatever. And Tara just waved at him like she knew him, all high, nice. And I thought that was so funny. I thought it was so funny that she was just so nice to him after that. But just remember to be kind while you're shopping, and just interacting with others. Just be nice this holiday season and all the time. But
Also, remember to shop local whenever you can. If you can't shop local, at least please try to shop on eBay or Etsy or other small business sites so that you can still benefit small businesses. They've struggled a lot and they need your help. And they give you the very best service you could find anywhere. On
that
that
is
note,
true.
hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas.
Yes, and we'll see you next week for our New Year's episode.
All right, we'll
Don't
see you
forget
then.
to listen or subscribe wherever you listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Leave a comment, like this episode, do all the things, and follow us on Facebook at Can I Have $20, and everywhere else on TikTok, Instagram. I think that's it at $20 Pod. Don't forget to also check out the Brace for Impact Parent Expo happening in Victoria in March 2025. Check the website out at bfivictoria.com. And you can also check out Futures Academy at futuresacademyvic.com.
All right, we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
That was a lot. All right. Bye.
Hey, small business owners, thanks for listening to our podcast. Can we have $20? That will get you a 30-second commercial on our podcast, along with a mention in our post and a link in our show notes. If you're interested, give Cheyenne a call at 361-550-2325. Thanks for listening.